first I get the air intake hose and the filter box here so that I could gain access to the hoses over there, the power steering line, the high pressure, and the return line. It's really hard to see it, but it's that one. That one is the return line, and then behind it is the high pressure line. So I'm actually cleaning it, and I use a long screwdriver to loosen this clamp over here. So the clamp now is like this. So I could use a 17 mm to take out this nut. So it's really tight. It's tight going up, accessing it on top. There's no way you could access it from down there because you cannot even see it. Worst, even like reaching out your arms to put in a tool. Yep. So that's how bad it is. So this is a very long screwdriver, and I have to use a brake cleaner to clean it because it's full of I don't know, it's like dust covered with oil that's caked in there. Yep. So I'm gonna try putting a 17 mm and crack it on the low pressure line out. Now I have full access to the high pressure line. Yeah, it's a lot of work, and I set aside the line on the side. I think I put it on the side somewhere over there. Yeah, I just stuck it in on the side. Yeah, it's hard to figure it out. Where is it? But it's somewhere over there. Yeah, it's hard to focus, but yeah, it's over there, so that it will not drip. So I'm gonna use a 14 mm line wrench to remove this one. Yep. So I have disconnected or removed the bolt that connects the clamp over here, and then down there's another bracket. It's hard to see it, but yep, it's oily. There's another bracket there. And then I'm going to try. So I got the center bushing in there, the bracket that holds the steering. I got it out. It's a 10 mm bolt, and then also on this side near the sensor, I also took it out. They are very hard to get out because of a tight space. And then I disconnected the sensor, and then this one too, I disconnected it. This one just attaches to the engine, so I'm going to take out this two bolts that holds the line to the power steering pump. This is a struggle. So I got the old line out. I wasn't able to take videos because it's so messy down there. It was like leaking oil, steering power steering fluid, most of the time. That the whole undercarriage is actually soaked with oil. I don't want to use my phone over there, but yeah, this is the bracket that I took out, and then there's another bracket in here that also holds the return line. So you need to take that out too, and then disconnect the sensor. And then this is the one that mounts to the bracket that mounts to the top of the engine, and this one goes to the power steering pump. Now the one that I bought from Rock Auto actually was wrong part. That's for the Odyssey. That's why it doesn't match the bend there. So I bought this one in O'Reilly, and it doesn't come with the O-ring for the sensor. So I have to reuse the O-ring on this sensor if it has one, and then put it here. Yeah, there's no O-ring inside of this one, but I think they put the they put the O-ring on this one, installed it over here. Yeah, so putting it back is also a struggle for this one, especially putting this line back in. So I covered both ends so that dust or grease or any particulates cannot go in there. And then this sensor, I transferred it over using a 11/16 wrench, and the O-ring for this is still good, so I was able to use it. Yeah, putting it back, we'll see. I got the power steering line installed, and I cleaned it a little bit over here to figure out if it's still leaking, and it's not leaking anymore. I got the reservoir. Wait, oh no, I have it filled up, and there's no more air there. I have to like turn the wheel left to right so that air will bleed out, and it's on the correct level now. Well, it fell down there, the cap. So there's no more noise. Usually when you first start it, it becomes noisy. I wasn't able to film everything because it's everything has like tons of oil underneath the car, and the hoses, even this one, it's like oily, and it goes to my phone. I'm using my phone to video this. So basically you have to remove this air intake and then move this one just a little bit over here. You don't need to take this out, just move it here, and then you have to reach down below to reach those those two lines. You need to remove two lines. This one is the return line, and that one is the high pressure line. So in order to gain access to the high pressure line, you need to take out this return line, the big one. That's a 17 mm or 11/16. I think it's a nut. Yeah. And then the other one, yeah, the nut there is like 14 mm. So it's really tough because you can only move a little bit because of the space there. And you need to wear like a long sleeve coat, a thick coat, so that your arms will not get bruises. Initially I just used a shirt, and I got like small bruises on my arms trying to reach it down. You can reach it actually, but the space is too tight that you could move or losing it just a little bit at a time. So it takes a lot of time. Now in order to crack this, usually the big one, the 17 mm one, the return line, you need this kind of setup to crack it loose. Once it's loose, you could just use this one to loosen it, and then just flip it like that to loosen it a little bit one by one. It's the same process you use to tighten it. and then for the final tightening you could use this one to tighten it. For this one you need to use this to crack it loose, so I just use this is this a crowfoot line wrench, and then it's attached to the 1/4 inch drive with the adapter in here. This one is 3/8, so that's why I need to have an adapter. The 3/8 is way too big or too thick. So once that's cracked loose, you could use the 14mm to loosen it all the way up until you can loosen it using your hands or use your finger to loosen it. Now the most difficult part, actually, where I spend most of my time, is actually putting in the brackets. So there's two brackets. So one over here, which is in the center of the car, and then on the side there's another bracket here that also has the return line that connects to the it's like a bushing. One is for the high pressure line, and then the other one for the return line, and then the bracket attaches to the subframe. So that one I was able to do it like fairly quickly, but it takes a lot of time. This one I wasn't able to actually like put on the bolt because I wasn't able to see it. I wasn't able to center it. I wasn't able to make the bolt align properly, so it wouldn't go in. I suspected that the part that I bought doesn't have the exact dimension for it to be centered. So yeah, I just use zip ties to tighten it. So what happens is the zip ties goes all the way here, and it's really tight. You don't need like a bolt to tighten it. There's no rattling or anything. Yep. And then you have that bracket too that goes to the top of the engine. It's easy also to put that back in. So everything is not leaking now. That's from the mess that I did when I took out the lines. So everything down there is soaked with power steering fluid. So if you look at this is on top, this is very, very clean because my greasy shirt is actually here. I'm lying down here. The air filter, and this is what it looks like. Very, very dirty. So the STP one, it's like around $19. So I'm going to replace it. Filter in place now. Then I need to put this down. Got it all tightened up. Yep, very secure now. And the only thing I hate about this thing is this snorkel wouldn't allow me to put the kickball back in. Oh, okay, there you go.